And it's been a while since I uploaded, but now sometimes I find it really useful with the sensor called message. And what the message exactly do, well, that's what we're gonna do in today's video. So if you're gonna make a Blender game engine, you have to go to this top thing, set it to Blender, ready to Blender game, and after that we have new settings. And if you just play the game, we can play the game, but yours might be multi-texture, so if you play it's gonna be really nice. But as long as you place a floor, it's not really gonna be nice. So we're gonna set the GLSL. We're gonna make a texture, and then when you play it, this is far much better. So now we're really focusing on this sensor called message. Well, now actually there's also a message called actuator, but really, yeah. Okay, we're gonna first look at the actuator message because it's more important than the other message. But they're actually equally important, because if you don't have this one, then this is gonna be useless. If you have this one, then this is gonna be useful. So we're gonna make it like keyboard free, right? T or spacebar, or actually, I'm just keep it as spacebar. I'm gonna close off this, and then you can do anything in subject, but two is this is we don't have to fill it in. It's just objects, but I don't really know how to explain properly, and I also don't know how to do it. So we're just gonna write. If I'm gonna write move. So and then this. What the message actually does, like if an object sends a message to something, it means any object on the scene could will activate or will trigger with the same like message that's being transferred. So messaging, we might do motion, or even what can we do? I'm just gonna do game, or no game. Okay, we're just gonna do the good old-fashioned ways. We're gonna do add object. We're gonna add this. We're gonna actually the other one. We're gonna select the newer cube. We're gonna select this to rigid body, this, and we're just gonna randomly do this. So if we play it, just what? See that? Wait, and I'm just gonna keep it as normal. I was just a bit confused. My English died. Anyways, now as soon as we're gonna press M, and we're gonna go to the second layer. So by pressing 2 or just clicking manually, I recommend you pressing 2 because it's just faster and more efficient. Okay, clicking or tapping might not really be efficient, but anyways, now we have the cube, and it's gonna remember this name is gonna be called cube 001. And then we're gonna go back by pressing 1 or doing it manually if you do not know how to do it anything. So after we've done that, we're gonna select this thing. You're gonna connect it and cube 1. So now if we press spacebar, oh wow, there's so massive. What is this? There's so massive. What the? Do I have to do it like on a bacteria size? Okay, that's what? There you go. I see this thing is a message to move. So if I even do the spacebar T, yeah. The reason why the message is actually or I can say, what are the uses for a message? Well, messages can actually are very handy when you're making AI. For example, it's just oops here, and then for example, there was like a floor, then there was like this, and if that thing like activates a little sensor on that way, it's going to trigger the sensor as being a collision. So if that thing collides, it's gonna go upwards. Like for example, this I'm gonna make a little game, or more like a simulation. We're gonna turn this into this character. Gonna be always motion. Actually, I said motion. Oh, we can do this. This thing also needs that thing. And then I don't know how large you want this to be, but I'm gonna do it in the close on the ground. If I could do it here or here is fine. And then when you're doing like those type of things, do not leave the static. Leave the sensor. And what the sensor means, clues in the name. It's gonna act. It's only gonna like the literal use of this thing is only for one sensor called the collision, because it has no like this thing it has no like colliding part, like it's like no collision, but it will like activate if it touches something like collision, or I mean I don't really know what to actually use it on, but the move after, or I can call it jump. Then when this thing touches something, it's gonna do the message jump. It's gonna go message and then jump. So after we've done that, we can go. Actually, wait. I completely forgot what I just did. Anyways, we're gonna write jump. Goes this, and then motion. Character motion jump. And now. Oh wait. Oh yeah, forgot. Oops. Yeah, look at that. You can even do it invisible to make it even cooler. Like you can see, you can literally make a AI Mario game where it just randomly does parkour for you. Like this is the easiest AI, to be honest. Like you jump up. Then you can also do like to make it proper AI. You also have to do like collision, invert. What does invert mean, you may ask? Invert it's just the opposite. Like for example, if it's not invert or like normally, it's just it'll require to like touch something to actually trigger it. But if you click invert, it's gonna be triggered until it touches something. Like yeah, I'm not the best at explaining stuff, so don't blame me if you don't. I mean, yeah, so don't blame me if you don't understand. So jump, yes, collision, and then we just have to just connect that with this thing. So now, oops, here we go. Oh yeah. Also, but we have to make a delay. Set it to 10. Connect here. Make sure you don't have to repeat. I mean, it will jump all the time. And then, by the way, this thing also has to be like this, because sometimes it'll just not exist. There you go, look at that. But also this thing should maybe set to repeat. I don't know, this is just my first try. But I sometimes know stuff, so okay, never mind. It's all just going to jump. There we go. So as you see, you have an AI that could nicely function, and as long as there was some more parkour, it will not just fall off. So as you see, but also there's sometimes those occurrences where, whereas if you make an AI that sometimes stops and sometimes goes, there'll be an occurrence where it's gonna be like this. Like where sometimes, for example, that thing was just going, minding go businesses, jumping and all that. Oops. But until sometimes it'll just jump, but then it just stands here, so it just falls to the random ground, or if you apply the ground, of course. But for all, yeah, it's a bit annoying when there's a massive gap and the AI is just dumb enough to fall into that ground. But if you want to make it really like a thing that can just simultaneously infinitely go anywhere, or with a generating thing that and then after that thing has touched it a few seconds later it's gonna disappear, you can make an infinity process by literally putting everywhere, somewhere here, somewhere even all the way here, somewhere even all the way miles away. You need somewhere here. Actually, if you did not know, AI or computers are powered by a thing called 1-0, and we're gonna learn that in later. Not in this video right now, because this is already like a 10-hour video. Anyways, if you liked it, I would appreciate for you to like and subscribe. And really, this is just a quick explanation. The proper thing would be light, nicer sun, with shadows that work not correctly, and then you can make this. I was just doing random stuff, and you can do this. Camera, shift, selected this, Control P, and then object, and then yeah, this thing just vibing. Look at that, just so clean. But make sure you don't accidentally apply a thing where you have to touch it for it to jump, because if you do that, it's actually, if you did like a collision invert and then it's gonna jump like I did, it actually needs to not jump, like you have to not touch something and then it jumps. But if you did like collision, it has to touch something, it's just going to fall in its own, like bam, and you failed. Anyways, if you liked it, I would appreciate for you to like and subscribe. I'm asking again because I can do daily videos every day, but not really every day. But maybe, I do not know. I'm wasting time. I'm literally wasting the best time ever. So yeah, you can also do this. Oops, this. Lots of useless information. Anyways, bye.